Hi everyone, this is Emma from Living in Perfect Harmony. So I want to come on today and make a video about the chakras, what they are and why we need them. I'm going to base this on the Kabbalah Tree of Life. This is, if you're on your awakening, this is something I highly suggest you look into as part of your awakening. And I'll go into that a bit more in a minute. So just some announcements. I will be doing more of these kind of presentations, both on YouTube, but also a lot deeper on my new podcast, which is currently in the works, and I hope to have that up and running soon. That'll be available on the website and also SoundCloud. So if you want to go on my website, livinginperfectharmony.net, you'll be able to subscribe to the website, and I'll be sending out emails when the podcast is released. So I wanted to touch on the chakras today. This isn't going to go in depth. I will go in depth more probably on the podcast. But when I first started consciously awakening, I've always been quite connected anyway, but I started becoming consciously aware more of things, learning terminology for things, kind of learning more about what's going on with the elite and, that kind of thing, kind of becoming more aware. I was in a group one day, and I heard someone asking about whether our chakras should be removed or not. And at the time, I remember seeing it and, thinking it didn't quite resonate. Personally, I don't believe that chakras should be removed. Anyway, the other day I was doing some research and I came across a website where someone is actually offering to remove chakras. Apparently we've been lied to, and yes, I do agree, we've been lied to about a lot of stuff, especially when it comes to the occult, which is not what most people would think of as bad. The occult, there's a light side and a dark side. It depends how you use it. It just means, occult means hidden knowledge, and definitely when you're on your awakening, you want to start going into these kind of areas, because this is what is going to give you enlightenment, learning about all this, especially the polar opposites of light and dark. So, as I say, he seems to think that we've been lied to about the need for chakras. I'm not sure where he's got his information from. It doesn't really say on the website. It just says that we've been getting lied to about the need for our chakras, and therefore we should get rid of them. And then we don't have to worry about cleansing them and balancing them and aligning them and things all the time. So I've been studying the Kabbalah, the Tree of Life, and as I say, I'm not saying he's right or wrong, but I am going to do this demonstration now to show you why I think, personally, we do need the chakras and why they're there. So, this is the first slide. So, Kabbalah equals reception. So, it's our reception, the things we take in. This is the Tree of Life. You can see on the screen here. So it represents our human, emotional and mental characteristics and the energy flow within, which is here. Each sphere is numbered and represents different aspects of consciousness. Spheres known as Severity or emanations, and the moral lessons to bring us into harmony with natural law. Natural law is also another thing you want to learn as part of your enlightenment process. And these aspects here kind of correspond to us reaching enlightenment, which is at number 1. I'll get to that in a minute. So there are 22 paths, as you can see here. There is also there are 10 seraphots, which I don't think I've written here, have I? well, I'll have to update this slide. So there are 10, as I say. They lead to each 22 paths. They're the different paths you can take up to enlightenment. That is in the middle, it's knowledge. This isn't a Severity. It's where the kind of the tree of life grows from. It's our knowledge, the understanding of that knowledge, and then the wisdom of putting that knowledge then into practice, taking action, teaching everything we've learned then to the collective, and kind of bringing them into awakening and learning about this stuff as well. That's also what enlightenment is about. It's not just about doing this for yourself and pulling yourself out of the matrix and into the 5D. It's about then teaching that knowledge to others and allowing them to do the same. So here you can see it's numbered. Hang on, I'll just go back. So you can see here that it's numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 is being the root chakra. So I'm going to go into now why I think we personally need our chakras. And, you know, if we didn't, I don't think the Creator would have given them to us. So number 1 is the upper crown. Then we've got number 2, which is wisdom. So this is taking action on everything that we've learned. Then we've got intelligence, which is the learning of that. You have the dat in the middle, which is that learning of all that intelligence and the wisdom and the knowledge, the hidden occult. It's hidden occult because as I say, that's what occult means. It's not about good or bad. It's about knowledge that is hidden from us and that we need for our enlightenment. Then we've got number 4 is love. Number 5, fear. Number 6, beauty. Number 7, triumph. 8, glory. 9, foundation. And 10, kingdom. So then in the next slide, we can see they relate to 4 worlds on the Kabbalistic tree. So we've got the material plane at the bottom, the mental plane, the emotional plane, and the plane of will and spirit, which is the understanding and wisdom, as I say, and the crown, which is full enlightenment. There are 3 pillars. 3, 5, and 8 is the pillar of severity. Then we have 2, 4, and 7, which is the pillar of mercy. And then the middle is the chakras, or the pillar of mildness, which is 10, 9, 6, and 1. So 1 being the crown chakra, 6 being the heart chakra, 9 is the sacral chakra, and then at the bottom we've got the root. So these ones here are our solar plexus, or correspond to that. Then we have our throat, and then we have the third eye. So you can see the importance of why we would need our chakra systems. So they go up in like a lightning bolt, so it'll go up to foundation, endurance, majesty, beauty, compassion, strength, understanding, knowledge, and then wisdom. So that would also be referred to as our Kundalini awakening. So we need to have the desire to pull out of the root chakra, the kingdom, the matrix, whatever you want to call it, the physical plane, and then go up into the mental plane. When we get up to the mental plane, we start, this is where we start learning our knowledge. Depending on what we do, if we're going to take action, then this is said to be the easy path to enlightenment. If we take this path and don't act, but rather learn and just keep that knowledge to ourselves, then this is known as the path of severity, which is so called because it's the harder path. And actually I will go into how the tarot corresponds with this as well. And this here is represented by death, with this one being the tower. So when we start learning the knowledge, we go into the tower, which is sudden change, and then we can either shoot off into the harder path and up to death, or we can shoot off up to the easier path and, start acting and sharing our knowledge with everyone else and helping them awaken out of the slavery part, or the matrix, whatever you want to call it. So these 4 worlds are about gaining balance with each one to reach enlightenment as well. So we want to have the desire to come up into the mental plane, learn what we need to learn to grow, coming up, balancing our emotions around this, and then coming up and taking action and putting that will out, the spirit of the creator, into the collective and helping others grow as well. So I hope that kind of covers why I personally think we need our chakra systems and how this all works. As I say, I will do another presentation. The Kabbalah and the tarot go hand in hand. Again, a tarot can be considered occult, but it is just hidden knowledge. It's not good or bad. It's how we use it. So I will kind of do this in correspondence with the tarot in the next video I do, and also go in more depth on the podcast. So I hope that kind of you understand that, and I've kind of proven why I think we need our chakras. So that's it for today. I will leave all the links to the website and where you can find me on Twitter and things in the video description below. And I will see you in the next video. Namaste.